Here we go. Practice exam, question number 1. Plot the ordered point 1, -3 and find which quadrant it's on. So let's see how you're doing. Let's see how test ready you are. So here's something we've been over. This is exactly what you'll see on the real exam. Things just like this. How are you doing? Are you getting this? So where's the point? 1, -3. Everybody seeing what the question is? 1, -3. Find that dot. Where's that thing at? Yeah, what you got? The only thing that could get you here, the first number's over, second number's up, down. We all 100% clear on that? So over 1, the first is x times y. So from the middle, over 1, down 3, right? Over 1, down 3. So the dot's right there. So which quadrant is that?
4.
Good. Y'all know that? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Quadrant 4. Good? Did you just get the first question on the test right? That was the real test? We good? All right. Try number 2. Complete each ordered pair. See what they're saying? They're giving you this equation, and they're saying something comma -1. Find it for us. And then 5 comma something. Find it for us. Do you see what they're saying? Yeah, so it's about plugging in. All good on that? The first, so basically they're telling me y is -1. So plug in y is -1 right there. So what do you get when you do that? You get x minus 2 times -1 is 5. Good so far. See how I plugged in y is -1? And then what is that? -2 times -1 is positive 2. Are we good there? 2 negatives. Multiply to be positive, right? And then how do you finish solving for x? Minus 2 from both. X is 3. So 3 needs to go there. That's half of it. Did you get that part okay? Is that making sense? Now let's do the other half. So the other half, same equation. X minus 2y is 5. But this time they give me 5. They're saying 5 comma blank. So the key is, remember, the first spot is x, the second spot is y. So what are they telling me then? They're telling me to plug in the 5 for x, huh? Everybody seeing that? The 5 is x. So plug that in for x right there, and you get 5 minus 2y is 5. Are we good? That making sense? So the first one, they gave me y, and I plugged it in for y. The second one, they're giving me x, I'm plugging it in for x. Now you got to solve. How do you solve that? What am I going to do to solve it? Subtract 5 from both. So then we get minus 2y is 0, right? These are gone. 5 minus 5 is 0. What do you do there to finish solving for y? Divide by minus 2. And what's 0 over minus 2? That's just 0. Did you get 5, 0? And did you get 3 minus 1? How are we doing? How test ready are you? Good questions I can answer? Does that make sense? You good? All right. And they just want you to graph it. Would they say anything specifics? Just graph. They don't care. All right, so just go ahead and graph that thing any way you want. Graph that thing. Deal. We got to get y alone. You know, I'm just gonna grab that 2x and jump it over. So minus y is minus 2x plus 8, right? When it jumps over, it becomes minus. And then you got to divide through by that -1, huh? Divide through by -1. And y will be 2 negatives is positive. And positive over negative is negative. Everybody okay with all those signs? See what happened there? 2 negatives made positive. Positive over negative made negative. We good there? Now, the other, I think an easier way you could have done that is you could have just taken 2x minus y is 8. Just jump the y that way and jump the 8 that way. 2x minus 8 is y. Just jump the y to the side where he's positive. That's even quicker, huh? Just double jump. It's checkers or something, right? There we go. So that'd be even quicker. Same answer either way. Okay, now let's graph it. So when we graph it, where do we start? Yeah, start at the -8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there at -8. Where do we go? It's the first dot. Where do we go from there? Yeah, we go rise over run. So go up 2, 1, 2, over 1. Connect the dot. Whoops, mine's a little shaky there. There it is. There's our line. We good? Easy. Oh yeah, sorry, graph. Graph. That's it. All right, so what do? When there's only one letter, it's going to be a straight line. Now that's kind of a goofy thing to say all lines are straight, but you know what I mean. Either straight up and down or straight sideways, huh? No slant to it. So when you've got only one letter, it's either going to be straight up and down or straight sideways. Now, which one? Well, this is the x-axis, right? And this is the y-axis. So it's the one that hits the x-axis at x equals -1. So this is +1, +2. This is -1, -2, -3, this is 0. So what's it going to do? It's going to hit right there at x is -1, huh? It goes through the x-axis at x equals -1. Make sense? We good there? So those are even easier, aren't they? If they just have one letter, just bang, straight line right through that spot. Don't have to mess with slope or start or any of that. It would be like, you'd have like x is -1, and you'd have one of them right there. One of them down there, one. One of them left, one. One of them, there. Which one is it kind of thing. Yep. Okay, graph 4x plus 5y is 20. So number 5. 4x plus 5y is 20. Graph, what does it say? Graph. Yeah, just graph any which way you want. Go ahead. So I'm going to grab that 4x and jump it over. So I get 5y is minus 4x plus 20. What do we do now? Divide through by 5. Boom. So y equals minus 4/5 x plus 4. Is that good? 20 divided by 5 is 4. So there we go. Let's go to the graph now. Where do we start? Start up 4, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. At up 4, there's our first dot. And then where do we go from there? Yeah, rise over run, down 4 over 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then over 5, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there at over 5. Oops. Connect the dots. There we go. Easy for you, right? No problem? Questions on that one? So try that. Y plus 3 equals 0. Graph it. So can you graph that? Go ahead and graph that one. Give you a second. So you got to get that y alone, right? So jump that 3 over. Get that y alone. Then now you know it's going to be a straight line, meaning straight sideways or straight vertical, because it's only got one letter, huh? If they have both letters, that's when you get the slope and the slant and all that kind of stuff. But they just have one letter. That's always going to be straight up and down or straight sideways. How do you know which one it is? Well, it's got this is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. It's got to hit the y-axis at -3. So 1, 2, 3. There it is. -1, -2, -3. It hits the y-axis at -3. There is the straight line hitting the y-axis at -3. We good there? Questions on that? We good with all these? Okay, so try that one. Can you graph that one? X equals minus 5y. Did you first get y alone there? You can't graph it right now to get y alone. So what do you do to get y alone? Divide by -5. Exactly. We all good with that? So that's y equals. Now maybe this one, maybe there's something to learn here. So Kate, what should we do to graph that one? So we got y alone. Everybody good so far? Y is alone. Now it's time to graph. Let's go to the graph. So I'm going to go to the graph. So when I go to the graph, where do I start? Yeah, because there's nothing off to the right. Plus 0, start at 0. We good there? Start at 0. And then where do we go from there? Good, yeah. Now, you can leave it like it is, but I think it's easier. What do you mean switch numbers?
I mean, switch that symbol.
Exactly. I think it's easier. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that, Manuel. Put the negative on the top, huh? You don't have to, but I think it'll be easier for you. So it's the same either way. You can get it right either way, but I think it'll be easier for you to move all minus signs that are on fractions to the top. And then what number's up there on the top, really? -1. So we clear on all that kind of stuff. It's all those little things that you need to know. So what does that mean then? That's your rise, your run. So go down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. Connect the dots. Boom, boom, we're done. Is that good? Everybody see that? Down 1 over 5, all is well. How are we doing? We good with that? So you feeling test ready? Going to get 100% on this test? Feeling good so far? It's gone too quick. When I picked it, I didn't notice it says that. So yeah, I think I might be able to. Yeah. It won't let me take it out once people have worked on it. Anyway, I might be able to do something fancy where I replace it with another one, and I'll see. I'll see if I can do something. Anyway, let me just tell you real quick how you would do it using intercepts. You don't have to do this on the test. You would do the x, y thing, where you do 0 for x, find y, 0 for y, find x. Remember back when we did that? Remember that kind of thing? Because that finds intercepts. Intercepts have one of the numbers 0. That's what it means to be on the grid lines. One of your numbers is 0. So again, you're not going to have to do that on the test, but let's just do that real quick here. So I would take the equation, 5x minus 15y plus 18 equals 0, and I'd plug 0 right there in for x. Is that good? And then this part just drops out 0. Minus 15y plus 18 is 0. Then we got to solve for y there. So everybody see what I'm doing? Am I losing you on this one? How are we doing? Solve for y. Jump that 18 over there. Minus 15y is minus 18. Divide by minus 15. Y is, now what can we do? I would just divide my calculator. What's this? 1.2, isn't it 1.2? I believe your calculator will tell you. 1.2.
6/3.
I don't think so. 1.2? Yeah. What'd you divide by there? So bring that back. Y is 1.2. So just divide it. You just go 18 divided by 15 on your calculator there. Just 18 divided by 15. Good there. So, and now we got to do the other side. Now we got to start again with the equation. The 5x minus 15y plus 18 equals 0. And we got to put, now we put the 0 in for y. See how the 0 is on the y side in the second case? Right? Put 0 in for y. So what do you get? 5x minus 15 times 0 plus 18. So that's just gone. 5x plus 18 is 0. Jump the 18 over. $5x is minus 18. And then divide by 5. Use your calculator. That's going to be negative 3.6, I think, right? We good there? Negative 3.6?
Yes, minus 3.6.
So that means those are the two dots it wants. This is the one we were talking about.
Yeah.
Right? So that means those are the two dots it wants on the graph. Put those two dots on the graph with Math Excel. They'll let you do decimal points. Then it'll be happy. With my math lab. Is that making sense? On that? Now, let's do it. Having said that, on the test you won't have to, because the test is just multiple choice. Just pick the right graph. So let's redo this problem. The other, let's just redo it.
Put it on the graph? Or?
Yeah. So back to number 8, 5x. Yeah, so you would need to put those on the graph. I don't want to mess with that. I want to go redo it the way, because I'm mainly interested in the test. That's what matters to help you. So let's do that. So take this one. Let's do it our way. Which means what? What do I mean our way? Like, how would we graph this? Just get y alone, huh? So go ahead. Let's try it that way. Because on the test, that's all you have to do. I won't specify any particular method. I'll just say just get y alone. Okay, so let me jump in and help. So to get y alone, how about this? How about I just take this minus 15x and jump it to the other side? That might be a quick way to do it. So then I'll get what? 5x plus 18 is positive 15y. Is that okay? I just jumped it to the other side, so y is there. Now, what do you do to finish getting y alone? Divide through by 15. We good there? Now, let me help with this. So these cancel. Y equals. Now, this one we want to be a fraction. Think with me about what we want. We want that to be a fraction, don't we? So divide. 5 goes into 15 3 times, right? So it's x over 3 or 1/3, same thing. We good there on that one? Plus, now what about this one? We don't want him to be a fraction. Because remember, that's my starting dot. I just want one dot there. Are you hearing me on this? This is on the exam and could confuse you. This is probably the one that will confuse you more than any other question on the exam. Are you dialed in? Is it in 111? Is that happening for you right now? Hear me on this one. Hear me on this one. You want this to be a fraction because you need two numbers, rise and run, right? This, you don't want it to be a fraction, so just divide it on your calculator. Don't reduce it and make it 6/5. I don't want a fraction there. I don't want two numbers. I just want one number. Make sense? You can make anything that's a fraction into a decimal or vice versa, depending on what's convenient for you at the moment. What do I want? I want one number because that's going to be one starting dot for me, isn't it? I don't want two numbers. I want two numbers next to the x because that's rise and run separately. You see, that's why I didn't divide these on my calculator, because I don't want a decimal there. I want a fraction. I want a rise and a run, don't I? But here, I don't want a fraction. I want a number, one number. So just divide in your calculator. You'll get the 1.6, right? I mean 3.6. No, 1.2. Yes, I can't do decimals very well. 1.2. Good? Yeah. So that's your starting dot. Everybody see that? You can start at a decimal. That's okay. Remember, the exam's just multiple choice. You'll just look at it. So what I would do if you think, well, how do I do 1.2? Just do it the best you can. Just eyeball it. Let me show you. If this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, where's 1.2? I don't know. Just a little bit over 1. Right? Just a little bit higher than 1. And then where do we go from there? Rise over run, huh? So I go up 1. Now, if you're just above 1, you go up 1, you're going to be just above 2. Up 1, over 1, 2, 3. About there. Looks like that. It's just multiple choice. You'll just grab the one that looks like that goes through just above 1 and slanted about like that. It'll be easy if you got one number there. Does that make sense? Everybody see that? Everybody see how we want a fraction by the x and one number here for our starting dot? And that's how we do that. So that one probably would have tripped up many people, huh? That would be and every question you miss on 20 question test is 5 points, right? 5 times 20 is 100. So it's half a grade. So you'd be at 95% right now. You miss one question. So every question is 5%. So maybe you're getting to 95% right now. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Which is good so far. We have a few more to go. Is that good though? It's probably one of the hardest ones.
You said each question is 5%?
Yeah, 5%, because 20 questions, 5 times 20 is 100. Right? Every problem's got to be 5 to be 100.
3.6, like when we get at the graphing.
Yeah, so Manuel, what I'm saying is, yeah, you could do this, but on the test, I would not do this method. The practice exam makes you do this method. So that's why I did it.
Oh, and the practice exam.
Practice exam. But the real exam, I won't make you do that. It's multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
So I would just do it the other way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would just do it the get Y alone thing. Is that making sense, what I'm saying for that on everybody? Good? All right. So find the slope there. See if you can get the slope there. So slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? We all got that? Or you put it on a 3x5 card. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Good? So diff's a y2 for minus y1, which is negative 4. See the double negatives there? We okay? Right?
I was going to ask them. Are we doing that letters, numbers, or are we just doing like y?
Oh, no, this is just slope and stop. We'll get to those other ones, equation ones in a minute.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
doing slope.
Okay, and this is just slope, yeah.
Okay.
Which
I'll
is
take
just the
what's
beginning of some of those other ones, huh? Over x2 minus x1. Everybody seeing that? So that's going to be, what's that double negative do? You know it's plus, huh? So 4 plus 4 over negative 1, 8 over negative 1, negative 8. Is that good? Everybody see that? So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
The slope is minus 8.
The slope is minus 8. That good? How you doing? Did you miss another question or are you good? Every question is half a grade, 5%. So you can miss 2 to stay in the A zone, 4 to stay in the B zone, 6 to stay in the C zone. You miss more than 6, you're getting a D or below. Because each one's 5%, right? 20 questions. I can't give you 40, 50 questions. There wouldn't be time for that. So if there's only 20 questions, each one is 5 points, right? All right, so same kind of thing. It wants you to find the slope. Find the slope. All right. So how do we do this thing? What do we do? Slope is, anybody got an idea? What do we do here?
Rise over run.
Slope's rise over run, right? So rise over run, you just go from one dot to the other dot. Remember these from the homework?
Yeah.
We did have these, but it's hard to remember everything. I know, that's why we have these practice exams. You just count them off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up 10. That's your rise.
14.
Over 1, 2, 3. Rise over run. That's slope, right? Isn't slope rise over run? So that's 10 over 3. Done. That makes sense? Now that you've seen it? So if today was the real exam, maybe you just missed another one, right? Now you're down into the B zone. I'm just trying to help you dial in with reality. You know, this is what you need to do for yourself. Because the exam will tell you the truth. No point in lying to yourself ahead of time, right? So think about it. And this is why we go over practice. This is why you need to practice again and again and
So
again.
you started from the bottom dot.
You can go either way. I'll do it the other way. You can start from any dot, go to another dot.
I start from 3.
So I'm going to redo it in a second, the other way. But I started from right here, and I went up 10. And remember, you're counting jumps, not lines. I remember being in high school biology, and my nice biology teacher explained that to me. So I was trying to count lines. I would go like 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, and she was nice to say, no, we're not counting lines, we're counting jumps, right? So start here, start at this dot and go 1 jump, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 jumps up, and 1, 2, 3 jumps over. 10 over 3, rise over 1. Now, what if I started on the other one? Is that okay? It is. Start right here. You could go down and left or left and down. Any which way you go is fine. Just as long as you remember, right is positive, left is negative. Up is positive, down is negative. Go any which way you want, as long as you go from one dot to the other. So like I could go, start here, go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was down 10, wasn't it? And then from here, 1, 2, 3, back. So that's left. So that's negative 10 over negative 3. 2 negatives? Same answer. You can say, well, I'm going to go left. 1, 2, 3, back 3, and then down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, down 10. Same thing. It doesn't matter. Travel from one dot to the other dot, but remember what's positive and negative. And you'll get the same. There's only one slope. That is the true slope between those two dots. Does that make sense? Now, what if they didn't highlight dots? Let me just tell you frankly, on the test, they won't be highlighted for you. I wish I could make them that way. The test generator just doesn't do it. So in other words, they're not going to give you big whopping dots like those two. See how this dot just like sticks out? He's like, I'm the dot, choose me, right? Well, it's not going to be that way on the real exam. It's just going to be a straight line. You got to pick your own 2 dots. Yeah, your own 2 dots. What dots should you pick? Dots that are clear. What do I mean? Dots that are clearly at a crosshatch. Clearly at an intersection on the grid line. Right? You know what I mean? See how this dot is right where those 2 lines cross, so there's no mistaking where it hits? See how this line also is right where 2 lines hit? Like you wouldn't want to pick a dot floating out in space like this one right there. I mean, where is that exactly? You know. So pick a dot that's right on 2 lines. Any dot you want. But you got to pick 2 dots, right? Pick dots that are right between 2 lines crossing. So you know you can pinpoint them. You tracking with me? So that's the only other thing. I don't want you to be thrown off by that. So try that one. Find the slope from an equation. See what you remember about that. So get y. It's just like graphing, basically, isn't it? Just grab that 7x, jump it over. Or I could have jumped the minus 5y, huh? I've been doing a lot of that. Like that. Divide through by negative 5 to get y alone. So y equals 2 negatives? Positive. Positive over negative? Negative, but who cares? What's our slope? It's just the thing next to x. That's all I care about on this problem. I don't care about that number at the back. The slope is 7/5. Positive 7/5. We good there? How you doing? What's your grade doing on the test? If this was the real test. We good? So far so good? Questions before I flash off that one?
Sure.
What they want is parallel, perpendicular, or neither. They want you to find out, are these lines parallel, perpendicular, or neither? All right, so what do you got to do to find out if those 2 lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Get y alone for both of them, huh? Get y alone for both of them. Find the slopes and compare the slopes. Remember, parallel lines have same slopes, same steepness. Perpendicular lines have completely opposite slopes. Upside down, one positive, one negative. Remember that? And then neither's somewhere in between that. So I would separate those. I would just take, I'd put them side by side. I would take minus 21, minus 21 plus 4x is 7y there. And then the other one, put it over here, 7x plus 4y is negative 8. So put this one here and that one there. And then get y alone in both cases. Right? Get y alone in both cases.
One is plus and one is negative.
So to get y alone, I'm just going to divide through by 7 here.
Parallel. They are parallel.
So this is... So y alone there. Good. And then the other one, grab the 7x, jump it over. Minus 7x. And then last step, divide by 4. Y equals minus 7/4 x minus 2. All right, so what's the slope of this one?
4/7.
4/7. What's the slope of the other one?
Minus 7/4.
Minus 7/4. What's the story on that?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular, because they're upside down and one's positive, one's negative. Now, what if they'd both been negative? Let me ask that. What they didn't, but what if they both come out negative? What would that mean?
Parallel. No.
They're not the same. They're still upside down. So this would be neither.
Huh?
This would be neither because they're not exactly the same. They're not completely the opposite either. They're sort of part. Do you see the deal? If they're exactly the same, that's parallel. If they're completely the opposite in every way, upside down and one positive, one negative, then that's perpendicular. So this one is perpendicular because they are completely the opposite in every way, aren't they? All right.